Hello, my name is Kate, and this is Castle Tutelage, your home defense network. I've been getting this question every once in a while, and what I found out was that NBC had a segment on one of the morning shows about home defense, and they brought in this New York detective and taught you how to defend your home with a car alarm, which is not always very practical, and then using wasp spray. Uh, for years now, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years, people are saying, "Oh, you don't need to use pepper spray. Use wasp spray." Um, it's I have a hard time believing that this New York City cop basically told everyone to commit a federal crime. Now, before I get into what is the federal crime about using wasp spray for fending off an attacker, let's set it up. Let's set it up. He basically said to keep a can of wasp spray on your nightstand to use for self-defense, for a non-lethal. You should really say less than lethal scenario as far as the wasp spray goes. I think he also mentioned it's been about 4 or 5 days since I watched that video, but I also think he said to keep one at the front door for the sole intention of using it for home defense and to fend off an attacker. Well, this is where the federal crime comes in. It is a federal crime, and there are some local state stuff where it says that using wasp spray and the ingredients in it, and I'm not going to get into it because I cannot pronounce the ingredients in it, but there is a specific ingredient that is highly toxic to the neurology of a wasp. And it's not necessarily toxic in doses that coming out of the can for humans. And, well, let's get back on track. Why is it? The federal government has basically said, if you use this for anything other than killing wasps, it is a federal crime. Now, some people are going to say, well, if it's sitting there and I have an opportunity to spray them, yeah. If it is a weapon of convenience where it is sitting somewhere underneath your in your garage, and you use it to defend an attacker, I don't have a problem with that. But the main problem that I do have with it is this. The New York City detective told you to specifically have it sitting on your nightstand, and I think he said front door, to fend off an attacker. That's not the intended use of what that can is supposed to be. So if you do this in New York City, are you going to have an overzealous prosecutor in Eric Holder's Justice Department who is going to say either proportionality or it is a federal crime for you to use wasp spray? The other thing I have a really problem about using wasp spray is that it's meant to be used outdoors. What I like to do is I like to go to videos in YouTube to see who's using wasp spray. And every video that I saw, they used it outside. They didn't use it inside. Why? Well, the directions specifically say don't use it inside because the mist can linger. Okay? If you had a 12-week-old baby, their lungs aren't, I'm going to pull out the baby card on this one. Their lungs aren't really fully developed. Okay? Do you want to be spraying wasp spray in a home and it's circulating throughout your entire home? Nuh-uh. It's supposed to be used outdoor. And even pepper spray inside is a little bit problematic. Using as big of a can as bear spray inside, you're going to have to learn how to get through it with your nose, and your mouth and your eyes, just really kicking your butt. You're going to have to learn how to use pepper spray inside the home with no ventilation. Okay, so And this is basically geared a lot toward women for some reason. I don't understand. The articles that have been written are generally for women, but don't use wasp spray for the intended use of self-defense. If you're going to use some kind of a pepper spray, use a pepper spray because it is geared toward human anatomy and not a wasp's anatomy. All right. My name is Caden. This is Castle Tutelage, your home defense network. I hope this helped.